What's up, everybody? Hope everyone's had a great end of their week so far. I'm battling a little bit of a cold, so bear with me on this video. I know I've been a little bit absent on YouTube as well, but once I get over this cold, I'll be right back making videos daily. This video in particular is not, in a sense, a news video. It's more of a question, a discussion. I want to hear everyone's opinion on, and I'm going to give my take. Is Coach Manny Diaz on the hot seat going into season 2? I know last season we all want to forget about it. We went 6-7, lost to awful teams such as Louisiana Tech, FIU, Georgia Tech, Duke, UNC, but we beat the champion of the ACC Coastal in Virginia. It's the same line every season with the University of Miami football teams. We lose to really bad teams, yet we beat the one that wins the ACC Coastal. Anyways, it was a god-awful season. I truly didn't think Mark Richt's offense, you can get worse than that, and we did get worse than a Mark Richt offense. And we were sold on cutting edge, whatever. It is the past. We let go of Dan Enos, Butch Berry, and we parted ways with Coach Stubblefield. Now, we brought in an outstanding offensive coordinator in Rhett Lashley. Resume-wise, he did an outstanding job at SMU, was a part of Auburn's national title run under Gus Malzahn. We also brought in Telly Lockett as well, and Rob Likens. Those are two coaches, and Telly Lockett, great recruiter in South Florida. We also brought in Benedict Hippolyte, another South Florida, Miami-Dade County. He was the head coach at Carroll City Senior High School. So there's strong ties with those two coaches. And then Rob Likens, look at his resume. I think it's very good. I think it's a very good resume. And you're bringing him at wide receivers coach and ex-offensive coordinator at Arizona State. I think that's a great hire, in my opinion. On top of the Benedict Hippolyte and Telly Lockett hires who had the South Florida ties. And we have Coach Cooney. I think we're offensively, it's a pretty stacked recruiting staff. I think we have a lot of great recruiters. We reel in a recruiting class 12th in the nation. That's pretty solid after going 6-7. On top of that, you bring in the AAC Defensive Player of the Year in Quincy Roche. You have Gregory Rousseau accommodating him on the defensive line. You have probably top 5 defensive line in the nation. Definitely the top defensive end duo in the nation by far. Backing those two guys up are Jalen Phillips. I mean, the rich just get richer at this point, at that position. Now, 12th recruiting class in the nation, 6-7 season. I think, like I said, solid. I think that's all you can ask for after going 6-7. Bring in De'Ara King, probably the best transfer portal quarterback in the nation. This season's schedule coming up, I thought last season's schedule was easy. I didn't think that you can make an easier schedule. I was wrong. 2020 season, it seems like it should be a breeze. Any solid football team should go 12-0. Like, everyone sucks, literally, the whole schedule. There's not one good team I see on that schedule. If UNC is the best team on that schedule, that's not a good thing. UNC isn't a solid football team. I'm going to keep reiterating that until people finally realize, because I know last season everybody got high on UNC for a couple weeks, and then they went 6-7. Just because you beat Temple by 40 in a bowl game does not mean you're good. So, UNC is practically the best team on our schedule. Maybe Florida State or Michigan State, but still, that's pretty bad. Realistically, I don't see why we should have 2 losses, obviously. But coming down to Miami football and noticing last season with the talent we had and the talent we had this season, we still went 6-7 last year. I think the offense will get better. I think the team overall is going to get better because of quarterback play to start off, and the fact that we have our entire offensive line coming back, and they've all played a lot of games. Our whole starting front is coming back. 14 guys as a whole, that's outstanding, and they've gotten a year's worth of playing time. On top of that, we're going to go very fast-paced, up-tempo offense. I mean, I think we're going to finally cater to the skill set of the athletes we have on our football team instead of going back to the old school ways, which is what Coach Enos and Coach Richt basically were doing. So, my opinion on this subject, I do not think Coach Manny Diaz is on the hot seat come season 2, unless he goes 5-7, 4-8, 6-6, or 7-5. Then I think conversations would be like, hey, I don't think this is the guy for the job, personally. I think if he goes 8-4, I think, or 9-3, even though with this schedule it's completely unacceptable, I still want to see Coach Manny Diaz's vision build out. You know, he went 12th in the nation after going 6-7. I think, man, just another year with this coaching staff, and this season hasn't even started yet, but if we go 8-4, 9-3, I still think there's a bright future if Coach Diaz can keep replicating his recruiting strategy and his coaching staff strategy. And Ed Reed as well was a great hire that I did not mention. So, man, I'm excited to see what Coach Manny Diaz has moving forward. So therefore, I don't think he's in the hot seat come season 2, unless he literally just has a 2.0 season of last year, which I'm not expecting at all. I think this offense, we're only going to get better. Before losses is unacceptable, but I still think he gets another couple years if he goes 8-4 this season, regardless of a very easy schedule. That's just my opinion, guys. I want to hear your opinion on this topic. Does Coach Diaz get canned going 8-4, 9-3? Is it 10-2 or out the door? Or maybe 6-6, 7-5, let him stay. Want to see him kind of live out the rest of the years on his contract. Love to hear your opinion, guys, on this topic. There's no wrong answer at all. So just want to hear you guys out. Hope everyone has a great rest of their week. Go Canes.